Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky. I am a living Christ. I should like to talk to you today about balance, spiritual balance. And you may ask, balance of what? It's an important question. It's the balance between the subconscious mind, the holistic mind, the mind of non-duality, of what is, of truth, the mind that is a God mind. Yes, if you operate in the subconscious mind in your actions, you are acting holistically, non-conflict, non-dualistically. Well, that's the dualistic mind is the intellect, the satanically ruled dualistic intellect. And that is the mind that most of you live in. In biblical terms, it is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, contrast, the duality, the you and the not you. That gives you a life that is fragmented, a perception of illusions, of ideas, of contradictions, of mythologies, of belief systems, definitions, words, conclusions, judgment. All these are of the dualistic intellectual mind, which is highly programmable. Like a computer, you are trained from a very early age by the schools that you are sent to, and you must abide by the rules. They begin to manipulate your mind, to change your perceptions. They take you away from the holistic love of the subconscious mind, the mind that is holy, the mind of love, the mind of God. And you find yourself competing in a world, a fictitious world, a fragmented world that breeds competition, creates division, it is divisive, it creates the divisions of the you, the not you, the nationalities, the clubs that you belong to. You understand? Like-mindedness. If you believe in the dualistic, fictitious world, you're living as a civilized human being. That's what civilized society is all about. That's what hell's all about. But you don't know that because that's you've been taught that that's all you know. You filter your ideas, your experiences in the world. You transmit them into ideas, into words, symbols, superstitions, and you believe those concoctions of the intellect to be the truth. You worship that as your God. And what are you worshiping? You're worshiping fantasy. You're worshiping trained illusions, which separate you from those who entertain different, foreign ideas and illusions and hold them to be their beliefs. Do you understand? Now do you see the makings of war? Now do you see the makings of an enemy? In truth, in your subconscious mind where there is no division, there is no duality, you are that truth. That is the truth that the man, the simple man of truth, Jesus of Nazareth, said that he was the truth, the life, and the way. You see, if you examine the energy of what was just said, despite the fact that words were used, if you heard deeply the spirit of the word, you understood he was talking about truth. He was talking about life. He was talking about that which is whole, holistic, holy. There's no contradiction in that realm of consciousness. There is just what is. And what is at its infinite being? It is what is. And nothing else. No duality. That is what life is all about. That is who you are, in fact, in truth. Yet you believe that you are split. You worship the images of your split dualistic intellect, which is highly trained by those who control you, the governments, the religions, the banking institutions and corporations, which manipulate your intellect with images of pleasure and pain. And you're attracted to the energy of divisiveness, of competition. And you become addicted to words, to ideas, to the illusions of life. And you live that kind of life. You adhere to the illusions of life. That is the civilized life that you contract your being, your soul, with. And you are a normal person. Person. Another word. Is the word person the same as you? You have to adopt it, to believe it, to contract with it. And when someone regards you as a person, and you agree with them, that you are that person, you have just been transformed into the living dead. For a person is nothing more than an intellectual concept that is created by a fictional government, another intellectual concept. It has no life. That is the realm of the living dead. And that is where most of you that I'm speaking to live. You live for the sensations that are created by the conflict that you experience because you are unbalanced. You live in your conscious intellect instead of your subconscious, non-dualistic mind. And the trick, of course, is for you to become balanced. Balanced in using the subconscious holistic mind and the conscious satanically ruled intellectual mind. When such balance is attained, where you can talk to others who are living in hell, because that's all there's left If you find yourself in this intellectual world, you are living in hell. But that does not make you a partisan, a person, one who is bound by the rules of hell, the divisive rules, the man-made laws, the jails, the penal institutions which punish you if you do not adhere to the concepts that are programmed into you, to which you must obey. If you look at the world, it is either an agreed contract with the concepts that it is civilized, ruled by behavior patterns that must be obeyed, or you are punished, or you are beyond it. To be beyond it, you are operating out of your subconscious mind, the holistic mind, the mind of God. Yes, you're beyond the scope of the satanic intellect when you are living in your subconscious mind and acting. But if you are not clear, if you are not holistic, you carry with you your conflicted ideas and you put them into actions. And because they are conflicted to begin with, you act conflictedly. And therefore you create a world of conflict. That is your contribution to hell. Are you aware of it? Of course not. For you would not be so ignorant and sometimes stupid to ruin the clear, the balanced understanding of what is with your own confusion. But as it is, most of you do exactly that. You obey. You obey rules that create conflict in you with others who hold adherence to different rules, foreign rules. Your purpose in life is to come to that point of balance. And that's what I'm here for, to assist you, to help you. Not to do it for you, but to show you there is a different way. And that way is the way of silence. Silence, the combative, noisy, chattering, divisive intellect. Stop it for a moment and just observe. In that moment of clear, calm observance, you are in the non-dualistic, the holistic, subconscious mind. And you act clearly, you create clearly, and you are beyond the scope of the dualistic, satanic ruled mind. So you're in this world, the world of hell, but you're not of it. It has no jurisdiction over you unless you agree, you contract. Satan operates by contract, you see. It doesn't have any power over you at all unless it can seduce you into agreeing, contracting, selling your soul to be at one with their fragmented ideas. That's your fall from grace. That's your descent into hell. Now, you haven't heard this from anyone in your world because they don't speak the same language. as this living Christ. They speak words that are full of deception, ideations that are dualistic and therefore in eternal contradiction. I teach you by example, by energy, that truth is the very soul that is your being. And it never dies. You have to choose to die to it, to accept the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. And that's the world of competition. That's the world, the intellectual world that you all know. That's hell. Live with it or end it. And be whole, complete. Return to your godliness of the non-dualistic subconscious mind and act. But when you communicate that action, do so in a balanced way. Let the conflicted energies of the average slave-minded person understand that freedom and sovereignty exists for them too, but they must work out the contradictions within themselves to be able to know that their mind is their worst enemy, their conscious intellect. Nothing more than a computer, but being programmed by other people who have power over you. End that relationship and return to your natural being. Claim your soul as an infinite, eternal being, for that is who you are. Look at them and act.